Most dogs bark to protect their homes. It's natural, it's what they do. But in a quiet village deep in Eastern Europe, there's a legend about dogs that never bark. Not because they're calm, but because they hunt in silence. Locals call them the Shadow Pack. 7 black dogs with eyes like burning coal. They don't growl. They don't howl. And when they come, you won't hear a thing. It all started when a stranger moved into the old manor on the hill. No one knew his name. He never spoke. He was always seen with 7 massive dogs, all pitch black. They followed him closely, too closely, like shadows. At first, the villagers kept their distance. They didn't want trouble. But then, things started to disappear. First it was animals. Sheep, goats, all found torn apart, but never eaten. Then a child went missing, and everything changed. One man, a hunter named Alexei, had had enough. He grabbed his rifle and flashlight and went into the woods at night, determined to find those dogs, or kill them. He never came back. They found his flashlight the next morning, still glowing on the forest floor. Next to it, claw marks in the dirt, and something worse, 7 perfect paw prints burned into ground. From that day on, people stayed inside after dark. They boarded their windows. They whispered prayers. And still, the breathing at their doors would come, the scratching on the walls, the growling from under floorboards. An old woman claimed the dogs were cursed. She said they weren't really dogs, but demons bound to the stranger through blood, that he had made a pact, a dark deal, trading his soul for control over the beasts. Some say the dogs could walk on 2 legs when no one was looking, that they understood human speech, that they waited for commands in the dark. And then, one night, everything stopped. The manor burned to the ground. No one saw who started the fire. Some say it was the dogs themselves. Others say it was the villagers, fed up with fear. But when they searched the ruins, they found no bodies. Not the man's, not the dog's. Only 7 paw prints, scorched into the stone. Since then, people say the dogs roam free, that they're no longer tied to the manor, that they move from town to town, forest to forest, always watching, always silent. So if you ever find yourself in the woods, and everything suddenly goes quiet, no birds, no wind, no crickets, just know they don't bark, they don't growl, and if you hear nothing at all, it's already too late. They say dolls are just toys, innocent, harmless, but what if they're more than that? What if they're watching? In a forgotten village tucked between fog-covered hills, there once lived an old man named Elias, the doll maker. He was quiet, kind, always working in his creaky wooden shop, surrounded by dolls of every shape and size. Porcelain faces, glassy eyes, delicate smiles that never faded. Children adored his work. Parents trusted him, but none of them knew his secret. Elias never bought materials. No deliveries, no fabric, no clay. He worked through the night, and somehow, new dolls kept appearing in the shop window, always lifelike, too lifelike. One morning, a girl named Lila went missing, then a boy named Tomas, and another 3 children in 2 weeks. The village was shaken, but Elias just kept working, silent, calm, as if nothing had changed. A woman named Mara, whose sister had vanished years before, became obsessed with the doll maker. She swore she saw her sister's eyes inside one of the dolls. Same color, same sadness. She began watching his shop at night, One evening, just past midnight, Mara saw something. The lights in Elias's workshop flickered on. The door creaked open, and Elias wasn't alone. He was whispering to the dolls. They were arranged in a circle, and they were moving, twitching, turning their heads, blinking. Mara gasped, and Elias froze. He turned toward the window. His eyes weren't human, and the dolls slowly turned too, as if they could sense her fear. The next morning, Mara was gone, her home empty. The only thing left was a new doll in the window. Brown eyes, black hair, a red ribbon. Exactly what Mara had worn. The villagers confronted Elias, but his shop was empty. No Elias, no tools, only dolls. Hundreds of them, sitting, staring. One man, out of rage, smashed the doll to pieces. He died that night violently, his body twisted, face frozen in terror, his mouth stuffed with porcelain shards. After that, no one touched the shop again. It still stands even today. Windows dusty, dolls unmoving. But travelers say if you pass by at night, you'll see the lights flicker on. You'll hear whispers behind the glass. And if you look close enough, you might see a doll blink. Some say Elias still lives, trapped in the body of a puppet he once created, cursed by the souls he stole, forced to watch them forever as they whisper in the dark. So next time you see a doll at a thrift store, ask yourself, does it look too real? Does it feel warm? And whatever you do, don't let it in your house.